Welcome back to Henthorn Performance. We're on a little, you know, nice ride tonight. Tonight I want to talk about how everybody should get a motorcycle. And I'm not just talking motorcycle enthusiasts, I'm not talking about people that might be interested. If you're already stumbled upon all of the Ami-Noob stuff and Cruzy Originals and me and whatever, you're probably not who I'm talking to, because you're either just bought a bike or you're thinking about it, right? So any of those guys, you're probably not who I'm talking about. But tonight I want to talk about how the roads are crowded, the emissions are too high, and everything, and people are too goddamn pissed off all the time, and how all of that can be fixed by riding on two wheels. So like, comment, subscribe, watch the video, and then get fucked. Alright, so we're gonna fucking hang out here. We're gonna finish our ride up. We just split off with Gert. He's gonna go get some probably, who knows. And we're gonna talk about a few reasons why you should buy a motorcycle. So I want y'all to think about, you're rolling down the fucking road every morning, every night after work, going to the grocery store. Bikes don't work great for the grocery store, okay? They're not great, but if you do minimalist shopping, you can get her done. But even then, this is America, you're still gonna own a car. You just should own a cheap bike too. I'm not saying everybody needs to go out and buy a new fucking Harley and spend goddamn $40,000 like I did. But we can definitely go out and buy little fucking CF Moto 450 NK. I don't know how that one is. I've heard great things, but she's got the 300 NK, and that's a fucking quality bike for what it is. Ninja 400s, fucking Rebel 500s, all these bikes I'm talking to you about, all of them are $8 grand and less. Maybe not the Honda. I forgot Honda does a lot of markup. And with that, you're getting 50 to 60 miles to the gallon on these bikes, no problem. Less traffic for everyone. Imagine if 50% of the people in the world rode motorcycles. And I'm not saying, like, I get, like, you need a car, whatever, like, not everybody's gonna want to ride when it's bad weather out, even though it's not bad. I mean, shit, like, as long as it ain't cold and wet, I'm cool with riding, but I'm not everybody. But all of the traffic that'll clean up in your bigger city area people, now me, like, people like me, I don't have that problem. There's not really any traffic where I go for work or anything like that. Like, I don't have those issues. But even then, like, even when I do, like, split a lane or two or whatever, and just clears itself right up. And all of that could be, like, you're gonna lower your carbon footprint. Bikes don't cost as much to manufacture. They don't cost as much to keep gas in. Maintenance is not, it's not like everybody says, like, you're gonna spend something on maintenance unless you can do it yourself. Motorcycle dealerships, it costs, all dealerships cost a boatload of money, but when you're talking something that people see as a toy in America. But just the point in this video, we're trying to leave that mentality. We're trying to get away from the mentality of, oh, it's just a toy. Like, it's for when it's nice out. You gotta buy tires every other season and 1 or 2 oil changes a year that cost fucking $300-400 bucks if you've got like a Harley or whatever like that. But it's not like that, man. Like, if you service these things yourself, which on most of the oil changes is really easy to do, and it'd be a great way to teach somebody and something that you don't have to drive every day. Now you should ride it every day if you can. But so we covered the whole traffic, emissions, right? Like the low amount of fuel economy something used. Like even this big son of a bitch here, 117 cubic inch motor, blah bitty blah blah, big ass motor Harley, heavy 700-pound bike. This thing has just under a 4-gallon tank. And when I fill it up, it estimates about 200 miles, and that's with counting like my ripping it back and forth to work real quick. When I went on down to Louisville, I would fill it up, and the estimated till empty was 230. So you're talking 55, 65 miles a gallon. Now obviously, cam it or whatever, you start tearing into the dang thing, it's going to be lower. But if you're riding it like you would drive your car, you know, hypermiling it a little bit so you can afford to live in today's economy, then you will see that you're going to kill it on fuel economy. Her CF Moto 300 NK, I swear, like it says on the dash it averages 71 miles to the gallon, and it's that or more. Like we almost never have to put gas in that bike, and it's got like a 3-gallon tank. Now mind you, it's not a long road hauler with a bunch of miles on it, but it's definitely been ridden, and we've seen some great fuel economy out of it. And the oil changes on that thing's cheap, just a couple quarts of 1020 or 1030. I think it's 1030 on that one. A little oil filter, done. So the amount, your weight on the environment, the stuck in traffic, and all of that stuff will drop so much. Then there's the enjoyment factor. We've covered the bullshit of like whatever, you know, some of y'all eat boy trucks, you don't give a shit. Now mind you, if you can spend 130 grand on a new F350, you can buy yourself a $30,000 bike if you want it, you know? But you guys, you don't give a fuck about fuel economy or whatever, that's fine. The enjoyment factor. I'm telling you, I don't know how much, like, any of y'all listening, if you ever rode dirt bikes or quads or anything like that, it's not the same as riding a bike on the road. It's not. After you've been on a road for a while and you're just eating through some miles, something happens, man. Everything slows down. It's nice. It's beautiful. It's just you and the road. You can go down a road you've gone down every day since you were born, and you'll see something you don't recognize, you missed, whatever. You'll smell something different, and rolling hills and stuff like that, you'll feel the temperature drop in the valley, and as you come out of the valley, you'll feel it come back up, and the calm and blissfulness that brings is amazing. It's the feeling of just cruising and just letting you see and feel the world outside, not inside of the cabin of a car. I'm not one of those guys that believe cars are cages and blah blah blah. Like, if you watch my channel, you'll know that I've got a bunch of cars. I got a few cars. I love them. I really do. Like, I like to work on stuff. I like to drive cars. True enjoyment out of it, but the level of which you can experience the world just by sitting on something instead of in something is fucking insane. Never realized it. And then there's my last point, the community. Some of y'all might stumble upon this because you're in the car culture or whatever. And we all have our issues with the car culture, right? Like everybody hates the takeover guys, except for the takeover guys. They hate everybody else, and blah 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 blah. And California and the government's trying to kill all the cars for emissions and everything. The car world's attacked on a daily basis, and everybody's in their own separate groups. Like, certain groups don't like each other's imports and tuners and blah 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 blah, and Euro cars and Korean cars, and everybody's always at each other. Your car's a piece of crap because it's not Chevy, or your car's a piece of crap because it's not a Ford, or it's not JDM, or but all in all, unless you get around douchebags that don't get it, there's just a few of them out there that just don't get it on bikes. But all in all, on motorcycles are big community. Like, nobody's not gonna stop to help a fallen biker. Everybody understands that two wheels is the love of it that actually does it. They get it. They get the feeling. They also understand how dangerous it can be. I'm not out here trying to lie to people. You're not in a cage. You're not in an object that is government regulated and mandated to be able to save you in an accident. That's why you need to gear up. That's why you need to take proper training courses and learn as much as you can if you get into this and stuff like that. It's not like being in a car, but we all know that that risk is there, and we'll all stop to help in any way that we can. And that community is almost as awesome as feeling the ride. So that's my little TED Talk for the evening. I'm out here on a beautiful Tuesday night in Ohio. Weather looks like it's gonna go to shit again. I don't know why. It's Ohio, right? It's still only March. It looks like it's not gonna get like snow cold, but it's calling for lower temperatures and rain. So I don't know how much more content I'll make over the next couple weeks. That's because the shop's full, like the garage is full, and there won't be a lot of riding available. But remember, newbies, like, comment, subscribe, get a beginner bike, for fuck's sakes. I'm not gonna tell you what you should buy, but if you're learning, don't buy a fucking big ass Harley. Don't buy a goddamn super bike like a 600 or 1000cc bike. I don't suggest it. You might want to stay to something a little bit smaller too, so you learn the fundamentals, so you're not trying to learn how to balance something that you can't touch on or whatever if you're short. But like, comment, subscribe. You've watched the video, so get fucked.